I guess it's the being in front of people and inspiring them is a personal buzz for me. I get that pleasure, and also in meeting people and interacting with them and getting to know their story and their workplace. And I've learnt so many different jobs from working in different workplaces, like, you know, aged care and shires and city offices and even a chicken factory we worked in, and learning, you know, what they do.
Each workplace is so unique, and that's, for me, a real buzz. I think another important aspect of that is that people are usually just so willing to learn and so appreciative of the opportunity. I mean, there have been some instances where people have been reluctant volunteers, I think, but overall people really, really value what WELL brings to them in their workplaces.
It's a creative process, and that's what I really love about teaching in WELL, that you're developing resources that will suit a particular need. And I hate to use the word contextualised, but that's the best word that describes it. Yeah, I really enjoy that part of developing resources that will suit a particular skill level, that will suit the industry, particular skills that need to be worked on.
Well, I think it's always wonderful to empower people in literacy, because the Yolngu staff I work with, they speak in lots of different languages, but within the STORE framework, they need to be able to use a lot of English, written English, oral English when there's Ballender customers. So the thing I really like about it is I get to go and visit really lovely places. I really enjoy working with the Yolngu staff, and we're starting to work together to build literacy resources, because I like to work in partnership with students to build resources. And I think that's the most exciting thing. But also, after a year, my relationships are getting stronger, and people are starting to approach me now for particular things they want to do. Like some people don't read and write, and other people have a very sophisticated use of English, and they need to be able to do a little bit more. So because of the WELL program, we've been able to map where people are at more, and most of them really enjoyed doing the assessments because we made them really culturally appropriate. It's about making connections with people. I find as a WELL teacher, I work on a more individual level, because then within the store, everyone's really busy. So I have to negotiate time with them. And so I need to build up my relationship with them, and it's a lovely process where they get to know me and I get to know them, and then we negotiate time together. So we have individual kind of training sessions, and that's been lovely as compared to what I used to do, which was more structurally for a larger group, where I'd plan over a longer period of time. But now I'm working on a more individual level, and we're still planning on where we want to go in those particular WELL aspects.
I've been really enjoying sort of meeting a whole diverse group of people from different industries, going out, sort of finding out about the company, researching the company, and sort of seeing what the workers of the companies actually do, and how we can connect, how we can help them and improve those skills. And then I really love working with the participants and gaining their trust, and just watching their progress, watching them suddenly go, oh, and then just suddenly go, oh, that's why I'm ticking. And now I can understand what I'm doing. So, and just, I really love seeing that connection with the persons that are going, oh, there is a reason. And
we were seeing who knew the times table and how one can acquire times table, the sequence. And then suddenly one of the students who wasn't staying in the program But he said to me, Bonnie, is that all it is? Is that all it is? And I said, yeah, it's sequence, it's adding the one after the other. And, you know, he was completely struck by the simplicity of that and said, I'm taking this back to my family, I can teach my kids this, I can show everybody this. Yeah. You know, that was a real buzz to me, and it came very early in the program, so it was particularly helpful.
So the capacity to make a difference to the industry, not overtly, but being a practitioner on the ground, looking at the day-to-day realities in the workplace and all the literacy, numeracy implications of somebody's job, and being able to, I guess, quietly feed that back sometimes to management or employers in terms of perhaps this could be done differently, or those notices could be presented differently.
You end up working with management. I remember one CEO, he gave a speech every month about how the company was tracking, and he asked me one time, how did I go? And I said, well, would you like the polite response or would you like an honest opinion? And he said, I'd really like an honest opinion. And I said, well, we could sit down and I could run through areas you spoke about where I know that 80% of the people didn't understand. And then he sat down with me before his monthly delivery, and we went through and I explained all of the words, all the terminology that people wouldn't understand. And the workers came to me and said, okay, you know, I understood what he was talking about this time, and he enjoyed it, and it was much better for the company. Yeah. So there's sort of parts of training that happen alongside the actual module training, and I enjoy that.